ortaklığında imzalanacak olan belgelerin imza törenine hoş geldiniz. Değerli konuklar, Birleşmiş Milletler Genel Sekreteri Sayın Antoniu Gutterriş hitaplarını yapacaklardır. Kürsüyü teşriflerine arz ederim.
Your Excellency, President Erdogan, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Today, there is a beacon on the Black Sea, a beacon of hope, a beacon of possibility, a beacon of relief in a world that needs it more than ever. I want to recognize and thank all those who helped make it happen. To our hosts, President Erdogan and the government of Turkey, your facilitation and persistence have been essential through every step of this process. Çok teşekkür ederim. Thank you very much. To the representations of the Russian Federation and Ukraine, you have overcome obstacles and put aside differences to pave the way for an initiative that will serve the common interests of all. Promoting the welfare of humanity has been the driving force of these talks. The question has not been what is good for one side or the other. The focus has been on what matters most for the people of our world. And let there be no doubt, this is an agreement for the world. It will bring relief for developing countries on the edge of bankruptcy and the most vulnerable people on the edge of famine. And it will help stabilize global food prices, which were already at record levels even before the war, a true nightmare for developing countries. Specifically, the initiative we just signed opens up paths for significant volumes of commercial food exports from three key Ukrainian ports in the Black Sea: Odessa, Chornomorsk, and Yuzhny. The shipment of grain and food stocks into world markets will help bridge the global food supply gap and reduce pressure on high prices. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this agreement did not come easy. Since the war started, I've been highlighting that there is no solution to the global food crisis without ensuring full global access to Ukraine's food products and Russian food and fertilizers. Today, we took important steps to achieve this objective, but it has been a long road. In April, after being received by President Erdogan, I met with President Putin and President Zelensky to propose a plan for solutions, and we have been working every day since. It took immense efforts and commitment by all sides and weeks of around-the-clock negotiations. The commitment and dedication are even more vital today. This initiative must be fully implemented because the world so desperately needs it to tackle the global food crisis. We count on the government of Turkey to maintain its critical role going forward, and I am here to pledge the full commitment of the United Nations. We will remain closely involved in working for the agreement's success. We are ramping up efforts to ensure the UN is positioned to deliver on its commitments. I am grateful for the work of the two UN task forces that developed a parallel, coherent, and coordinated approach. One led by Martin Griffiths and the Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, and including the International Maritime Organization, focused on the shipment of Ukrainian grains through the Black Sea. Today, we are announcing the establishment of a joint coordination center to monitor implementation of the Black Sea Initiative. The other task force, led by Rebecca Greenspan, Secretary General of UNCTAD, centered on facilitating the unimpeded access to food and fertilizers originating in the Russian Federation to global markets. And it also resulted in an agreement. I urge all sides to spare no efforts to implement their commitments. We must also spare no effort for peace. This is an unprecedented agreement between two parties engaged in bloody conflict. But that conflict continues, and people are dying every day, and fighting is raging every day. The beacon of hope on the Black Sea is shining bright today thanks to the collective efforts of so many. In these trying and turbulent times for the region and our globe, let that beacon guide the way towards easing human suffering and securing peace. Thank you.
Birleşmiş Milletler Genel Sekreterine teşekkür ediyoruz. Değerli konuklar, şimdi Türkiye Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan hitaplarını yapacaklardır. Kürsüyü teşriflerini arz edelim. Buyurun Sayın Cumhurbaşkanı.
Sayın Genel Sekreter, saygıdeğer bakanlar, kıymetli
Honorable
üyeleri,
ministers, esteemed members
sizlere en kalbi
of
duygularımla,
the
saygıyla
delegation, I
selamlıyorum.
greet you all with my most heartfelt
Medeniyetlerin
feelings and respect.
Ve kıtaların buluşma noktası
Welcome
İstanbul'a
to Istanbul,
hepiniz
the
hoş
meeting
geldiniz.
point of civilizations and
29
continents.
Mart'ta yaptığımız ve müzakere sürecinde
We're together
önemli bir
again
dönüm noktasını
after the
teşkil
meeting
eden
we held
toplantının
on
ardından
the
tekrar
29th
bir
of
aradayız.
March, which constituted an
Siz
important
değerli
turning point in the
dostlarımızı
negotiation
bir başka
process.
tarihi günde
I'm very pleased
İstanbul'da yeniden
to welcome
misafir
you, our
etmekten
esteemed
büyük
friends,
bir memnuniyet
back in Istanbul on another
Tüm
historic day.
dünyayı uzun süredir meşgul eden küresel gıda krizinin çözümünde
We are
büyük
proud to be
rol
instrumental
oynayacak bir
in
girişime
an
vesile
initiative
olmanın
that will play a
hakkı
major
gururunu
role in
yaşıyoruz.
solving the global food crisis that
Bugün
has
üzerinde
been on the world's
mutabakata
agenda for a
varılan
long
metinle
time. With the text
Afrika'dan Orta Doğu'ya,
agreed upon today,
Amerika'dan Asya'ya, tüm dünyada
from Africa to the Middle East, from
milyarlarca
America to
insanı
Asia,
bekleyen açlık tehlikesinin önünün
we will
alınmasına
contribute together
hep
to
birlikte
preventing the
katkı
danger
sağlayacağız.
of hunger that billions
Tarım ve gıda
face from all over the
ürünlerinde
world.
Dünya arz güvenliğinin temini
Ensuring world
pek çok
security of
bakımdan
supply in
önemlidir.
agricultural and
Bu
food
adımla
stuff is
yaşanan
important
sıcak hava
in many
dalgası ve
aspects.
kuraklığın sebep olacağı verim kaybının yol
With this
açacağı
step taken,
muhtemel
possible
ileride
additional
fiyat
soaring prices
artışlarının
caused by the loss
önüne
of
geçilecek.
yield to be caused by
Yine
current heat
küresel
waves
bir
and
sorun
drought will
haline
be
gelen
prevented.
Gıda enflasyonunun kontrolüne de yardımcı
We are
oluruz.
also helping with
Elbette bu
controlling
noktaya
food inflation, which
bir
has
anda
become a
geldik.
global problem. Of
Ukrayna
course, we did
depolarında
not get to
bekleyen
this
tahılın
point all of a sudden.
Karadeniz üzerinden ihracı için Ukrayna ve
We have carried
Rusya
out an
makamları ile
intensive and
Birleşmiş
arduous
Milletler
process with the
yetkilileriyle
Ukrainian and
yoğun ve
Russian
meşakkatli
authorities
bir
and the
süreç
United
yürüdü.
Nations authorities for the
Rus ve Ukraynalı mevkidaşlarımızla
shipment
bu süreçte
of the grain waiting in
devamlı
Ukrainian
temas
silos
halinde
through
olduk.
the Black Sea. We have
Her
been in
iki
constant
ülkenin
contact with
bu
our
hassas
Ukrainian and
süreçle
Russian
ilgili
counterparts throughout the
beklenti
whole
ve
process.
endişelerinin giderilmesi için kapsamlı
We have
istişareler
held extensive
gerçekleştirdik.
consultations to address the expectations
Dışişleri ve
and
Milli
allay the
Savunma
concerns of
Bakanları
both countries
yoğun
regarding
çaba
this sensitive process.
Birleşmiş Milletler
The
Genel
ministers
Sekreteri
of foreign
Sayın
affairs have made
Guterres'in
great
ve ekibinin
efforts.
de ilk taslağını hazırladıkları
The
plana
contributions
verdikleri katkılar
of the Secretary
takdire
General of the
şayan.
United Nations, His Excellency
vesileyle
Guterres and his
Sayın
team
Putin
contributed
ve Sayın
to the plan, the
Zelenski'ye
first draft of which was
sergiledikleri
prepared by
liderlik
them,
dolayısıyla
and that's very
teşekkür
commendable. I would like to take this
Önümüzdeki
opportunity to
günlerde
thank His
başlayacak
Excellency President
gemi
Zelensky
trafiğiyle
and His Excellency President
Karadeniz'den
Putin for their
dünyanın
leadership.
birçok
With the
ülkesine
vessel traffic
yeni
that
bir
will start in
nefes
the coming
borusu
days, we
açmış
will
olacak.
offer a new airwave
Gemilerin
for breathing
çıkışından
from the Black
güvenli
Sea
bir
to many
şekilde
countries
intikaline
worldwide.
ve varacağı limana ulaşmasına kadar
From the exit of the
süreçler
vessels to their
üzerinde
safe
mutabakat
transfer
tesis
and
edildi.
arrival at the port of
Bu
destination,
son derece
consensus
önemli
has been
planın
reached upon
icrası
all
ve
processes.
denetimi
The execution and
İstanbul'da
supervision of this
kurulacak
extremely
müşterek
important plan will be
koordinasyon
carried
merkezi
out by the
tarafından
Joint Coordination Center to be
gerçekleştirilecek.
established in Istanbul.
Planın başarıyla uygulanmasında uluslararası toplumun desteği de
The support of the
şüphesiz
international
büyük
community
önem
is without
taşıyor.
doubt of great importance in the successful
Sevgili dostlar,
implementation of the plan.
Bundan yaklaşık
Distinguished friends,
4 ay
about
önce
4 months
yine
ago,
İstanbul'da Ukrayna
again
ve
in
Rusya
Istanbul,
arasında ev sahipliğimizde yapılan müzakerelerde
negotiations
mesafe kat
were
etmiş,
held
savaşın
between
sona
Ukraine and
ereceğine
Russia,
dair
and we
ümitleri
made progress back
yeşermiştir.
then.
Maalesef o toplantı
and this
sonrasında
raised
meydana
hopes
gelen
that the
gelişmeler
war would end.
çatışmaları
Unfortunately, the developments that took
başından
place
beri
after that meeting
bu
fueled the
savaşın
conflicts.
kazananı olmayacağını,
We have been saying from the
sadece
very
tarafların
beginning
değil,
that there will be
tüm
no winner in
dünyanın
this
kayba
war,
uğrayacağını
that not
ifade
only the
ediyoruz.
parties but the whole world will
Yaklaşık
suffer
5
losses.
aydır aralıksız devam eden çatışmalar
The conflicts that
ve
have been
bunun
going
küresel
on
etkileri
without interruption
ne
for
yazık
about
ki
5
bu
months and their
öngörümüzü
global effects
doğruluyor.
unfortunately confirm this
Silahların
prediction.
susması uzadıkça ekonomik
As it
maliyetlerin
drags
yanı
on
sıra
to silence the
insani
guns,
kayıplar da artıyor.
we have more economic
Savaş
costs
sadece tarafları,
and also more human
sadece
losses.
bölge ülkelerini değil,
The war
dünyanın en ücra
not
köşesindekiler
only
dahil
adversely
tüm
affects the
insanlığı
parties
olumsuz
and the
ediyor.
countries in the region,
Ancak
but the whole of
Bu
humanity,
gidişatın
including those in the
mukadder
most remote
olmadığına
corner
da
of the world.
inanıyorum.
However, we also believe that
Masumların
this trend
hayatına
is
mal
not
olan bu
destined.
çatışmaların bir
We
an
want
önce
these
sona
conflicts, which
ermesini
cost the lives
arzu
of
ediyoruz.
innocents, to end as
Adil
soon as
bir
possible.
barışın
We all
kaybedeninin
know that
olmayacağı
there will be no
hepimizin
losers of a
malumu.
just peace.
Bugün Rusya ve Ukrayna tarafıyla İstanbul'da atmakta olduğumuz
This
bu müşterek
joint step
adımın
we are taking today
barışa
in
yönelik
Istanbul,
umutları canlandıracak
together with Russia
yeni bir
and
dönüm noktası
Ukraine,
olmasını
will
canı
be a new
gönülden
turning point
diliyorum.
that will revive the hopes for
Arazideki
peace. This is
gelişmeler
my sincere
ne
hope.
yönde seyrederse
Whatever
seyretsin.
direction the developments
Savaş
on the field would
nihayetinde
take, the war
müzakere
will finally
masasında
end at the
sonlanacak.
negotiating table.
Tesis ettiğimiz bu dostane ve
This
barışçıl
friendly and
atmosferin
peaceful
savaşın
atmosphere
sonlandırılmasına yönelik
that we had
adımlara tahvil
established
edilmesi tüm insanlığın yararınadır.
Will be to the benefit of the whole humanity, and this will transform into steps aimed at ending the war. We will continue to act with the awareness of the responsibility our understanding of civilization imposes on us. We will continue to fulfill the requirements of being neighbors until peace prevails in our region. May God help us all. As I end my words with these thoughts, I would like to thank you again. Thank you all for your efforts. I hope that the deal that will be signed today will be instrumental for the good of our countries and all humanity. I also would like to express my gratitude personally and on behalf of my people to everyone who has contributed to the process to come to this day, and I greet you again with this respect. We would like to thank His Excellency President Erdogan for his remarks.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım, Sayın
His Excellency
Genelsekreter,
President, His Excellency UN Secretary General and distinguished guests.
ve Ukrayna arasında ve Birleşmiş Milletler'in tanıklığında imzalanacak olan belgelerin imza törenine geçiyoruz.
Now we move on to the signature ceremony of the documents to be signed between Russia and Ukraine and Turkey, to be signed between the Ministry of Defense of Russia and Ukraine under the witness of UN. The signature ceremony of the safe transportation of grain and foodstuff on behalf of Turkey, Minister of Defense Hulusi Akar, Minister of Defense Sergei Shoigu, on representing Russia.
Birleşmiş Milletler adına
On behalf of
Genelsekreter
UN,
Sayın
Secretary General Antoniu Guterrіша.
Şimdi de
Now,
Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Milli Savunma Bakanlığı'yla Ukrayna Altyapı Bakanlığı arasında ve Birleşmiş
between Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Turkey and Ministry of Development of Ukraine for the safe transportation of grain foodstuffs. Alexander Kubrakov from Ukraine, the Ministry of Development, and from Turkey, Minister of Defense Hulusi Akar, and on behalf of the UN, Антоніу Гутерріша.
Değerli konuklar,
Distinguished guests,
anlaşmaların imza töreni sona ermiştir.
the signature ceremony is over.
Ceremony has ended. Thank you.